welcome to another episode of The Wave. My name is Adam.
My name is Nick. Welcome back to The Wave. It's the weekly news and chat show from the world famous Bottom of the Stream podcast.
It is indeed. Welcome, welcome.
Hello, Adam.
Hello, Nick. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm also great. I can move my head this week, which is
fantastic.
Good. I brought one of those massage guns.
Yeah.
You've seen them. They're the trend.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
It's good.
Was it?
Yeah.
Did you just gun yourself
You have to
in the
be
neck?
careful using them on your neck because it makes your head wobble too much. So there's all these warnings all over it. So instead of pumping it in, you have to rub it sideways. But it did help.
Good.
It has helped a lot. So
It.
my neck is all good. I can move my head freely.
Lovely stuff.
How are you?
Pretty good. I got a question.
Okay.
Just a general life question.
Oh, not the question of the week.
No. I've felt on my way over to your house tonight, I got a taste of what it must have been like to be Walter White.
Okay, right.
So I don't understand how this happens, right? So I've driven to work today.
Yeah.
Hour or so back as well.
Yeah.
I was alone in my car.
Okay.
Because why wouldn't I be?
Well, who's going to be with you? That'd be weird.
And I would have opened the door to get out at work and back in.
Yeah.
And when I got home, the same.
Yeah.
So I get back in the car to come over here this evening. What? 3 hours-ish after I got home from work.
Yeah.
And I started the car, resist off the drive. So suddenly a fly just going nuts on the windscreen in front of me.
In the car?
Yeah, inside. Massive blue bottle.
Wow.
I'm like, when has this got in?
How the fuck has that got in?
It was not there in my drive to and from work because it would have been really annoying for an hour.
Yeah.
So I've driven all the way here with all the windows open, still wouldn't leave, and it was bombing me, buzzing around all the front of the windscreen. I was way. How has this thing got in?
How has it come from?
Has it born in the last couple of hours?
Maybe it got in as you got out.
That's a hell of a shot if it
is, yeah.
Snuck in the door while I exited earlier.
How bizarre.
It's still in there now. I might have to walk home.
Don't leave your vehicle around here after what happened at the weekend.
Yeah. I felt that's like that episode of Breaking Bad.
That's just reminded me of something.
Encapsulated in a 5-minute drive to your house.
That is weird. You're being haunted by a fly. Not long after I got not this car, the last car, I was sitting in the lounge and all of a sudden the car alarm went off.
Right.
I was like, that's weird. What's going on? So I went out there, checked it all over. There's nothing wrong with it. Opened the door. Nothing wrong with it. Everything's fine. So went back down, sat down. About 20 minutes later, the car alarm goes off again. This happens 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
Third or fourth time I went out, I opened the door and this massive, great big moth flew into my face.
Right.
And it'd obviously just been flying around in the car and setting the alarm off. I was like, fucking hell, that is crazy. How has that got in there? And it's good that the sensors are that sensitive, I suppose. But yeah,
so.
I was like, if that had just laid dormant every time I went out, I'd have been going out 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9 times all night. But yeah, it flew into my face.
What is it with insects, man? The only moth
insects.
story I've got, I think you'll probably know this story, but I don't think I've told it on the podcast.
Okay.
When we lived in our first house, and we had a bed at the time with a valance around the bottom of the mattress, and we'd not long had our cat, the food cat.
The food cat. That was a great game. I enjoyed that game.
So we'd not long had our cat, and I don't even know she was in at night, so I don't think she was even old enough to go out. And we woke up in the middle of the night and there was this bum 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 bum. We're like, what the hell is that? It was so loud. What is it?
Right.
Switched all the lights on, couldn't see anything. I was like, what the hell's making that noise? Oh, nothing there. Switched the lights off. A few minutes later, bam 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 bam. Like, what the hell's making that noise? And then the cat starts getting uppity, throws herself under this valance between the bed and the valance material, comes out with this huge moth in her mouth.
No way.
Which was just obviously flapping away under there.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, how do these things get in these places? And
fucking insects, man, I tell you.
Do you like insects generally?
No. I don't like, I'm not scared of, I don't like moths flying around me, but I've got this fear of winged things.
Right.
I don't like birds. And
Oh,
moths are kind of the extension
yeah,
of
that's
that.
true.
But insects in general, I'm not scared of spiders or anything. They don't bother me.
Moths are, I think they're incredible creatures. Like,
Yeah.
like the design of some moths
Yeah.
are just amazing, especially like the really hairy ones.
Yeah.
And you're like, God, but why? When you if you try and get a moth to capture it, to release it back into the wild, like, how come when as soon as you touch a moth, or say you're trying to catch it in a bit of paper or whatever, a bit of tissue, they just turn to dust.
Yeah, they do. They're very fragile, aren't they?
Like, and you'd be like, oh, I didn't even mean to. And now I've just covered in
Killed
moth
it.
dust.
Yeah, I don't know. That's bizarre. I always catch them in a glass with a piece
Yeah.
of card. And then I look at them through the glass. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, they're really cool things. The design, like you say, whoever designed the moths, they're doing a great job.
I've eaten a few insects when I was in Thailand.
Have you?
Yeah, just I like street food.
Have you eaten a moth?
No,
What have you eaten?
I don't think there's much on a moth. Scorpion,
Scorpion, nice.
crickets.
You got a favourite?
Can I be honest? They all tasted pretty similar
Right.
because of, I would say, for UK listeners, I would mostly describe them as the closest thing I could say they tasted like was twiglets. Because of the sort of dressing / seasoning on them. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I've ever tried them. I'm not against it.
Yeah.
But I've never tried an insect. I don't think.
Yeah. They were fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
You got all wistful then. You looked off into the distance if you were remembering your youth.
Oh yeah, I can't remember that.
No. Okay.
No chance.
Right, I've got a question of the week for you.
Lovely.
It's a nice, simple, easy one.
Okay.
You are offered a pill
Nice.
that increases your intelligence by 50%,
Okay.
but it also permanently removes all of your body hair, including eyebrows and eyelashes.
Oh, everything. Okay.
Everything. Do you take the pill? So you're 50% more intelligent than you are now, but you are a shaven baby.
Do I need 50% more intelligence?
I think you're quite intelligent already. So 50% on top of that makes you like super intelligent.
What would I do with it, or would I just
That's
waste
true.
it?
Yeah, what would you do? Have you got to the age now where it doesn't matter?
What would I?
You could join a pub quiz team, make some money,
I suppose so.
go on the chase. Pointless.
I was more thinking like, I don't know, cure cancer or.
Oh no, you're not going to be. You're still not going to be that.
No, I
intelligent.
don't think so.
I don't think you are.
I don't think so.
Not 50%.
No.
Maybe 60.
Oh, I don't know if it's worth it for losing all the
That's
hair.
a lot of hair, especially for you.
Yeah.
I think I'd be alright with it. Head down.
Can I try it and have it back? If it's...
It would, yeah. I'd be happy to lose everything head down.
Right.
Head up, I'm kind of attached to.
Oh, no, I'd be happy losing everything head up, but keep
Head down.
Yeah.
Really?
It's just look
That's
weirder, wouldn't
interesting.
it?
It would look weirder.
I don't really know how intelligent I am.
No, that's a good point.
So, thanks. So like,
I don't know how
I'm-
intelligent you are either.
I'm struggling to contextualize
Hmm.
what does an extra 50% mean to me.
Maybe a good bonus episode would be taking an IQ test together.
Maybe, yeah.
See which one of us is more
Yeah.
intelligent.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then 50% times whatever the result is.
Is it just like 50% more brainy, or is it like actually we're into like unlocking that part of the brain that
Yeah,
might
who
mean
knows?
you be able to move stuff with your mind?
Well, you know 50% more facts than you know now.
Yeah. Would I just fill it with rubbish?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't think you could lose the hair.
I don't know.
There doesn't seem to be enough upsides to losing all the hair, does it?
No. I think I would graciously turn the pill down.
It's a good question to ask Matt Lucas. Doesn't got any hair.
Yes.
So
True.
he'd just take it anyway. And he could do with a bit more intelligence.
Yeah, so if you already got no hair, then that's it's a no-brainer.
Oh, it's half an extra brainer.
Yeah.
Cool. Good question of the week. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I think I'd stick with what I've got.
Okay. Me too. Should we do some Netflix news?
Let's start with some Netflix news.
Go for it. What have we got?
And I don't know why we need this, but news this week that Simon Cowell is signing up a deal with Netflix
Oh God.
for a new, looking for the next One Direction type series.
So it's another X Factor.
Yes,
Another
but
one.
it is looking for the next boy band
Okay.
to conquer the world. I think.
What is he okay?
I.
What is that picture?
The picture of Simon Cowell where he's stolen Bono's
It looks like he's going dressed up as
glasses
Bono to his fancy dress
and
party.
part of his face. No one poses like that naturally
No,
with the thumbs up and the just
it's a strange boy.
fucking wear some colour. Jesus Christ! It's the same production company, Box to Box, who make Formula One Drive to Survive.
Okay.
You know, that deal's already in place with Netflix, and this reality show is on its way. So several different sources say. One source said he's working with the team behind Drive to Survive and wanted to get it onto a streamer because it fits the audience better. I think I would translate that as saying you're not going to get your X Factor rip-off back on terrestrial TV.
Yeah, I agree.
Whereas Netflix or any other streamer would probably say, yeah. We'll have a bit of that.
We'll have a bit of that. No problem. Question.
Yes.
Is it okay that he's only doing boys? I didn't mean that like that, but I'm going to leave it open to you however you want to interpret that question.
I would say that look, I guess you're taking the longer term. If this is successful, you do a girl band next time.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because why sign up for one year if you can do 5 or whatever?
Do you think that he just accidentally...
And then you could do a mixed band.
Yeah. With One Direction, do you think he just accidentally caught lightning in a bottle that day? And it was just like... It was a complete accident.
Was that one of the ones where they all individually auditioned and someone...
None of them were good enough, so they put
watched them together?
Yeah. It was a complete accident, but it worked.
Yeah.
But can you do it again? Can you force that sort of thing? I guess we'll find out with whatever this show's going to be called.
What's your favourite sort of boy/girl band? Do you have one? I'm not necessarily for musical purposes.
Maybe. Do McFly count?
Yeah, I've
seen McFly quite a few times live.
Yeah,
they're
that's
good.
a good shout.
They're like talented though. They can play instruments and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas like One Direction don't do that, do they?
Yeah.
So
True.
probably if they count, then McFly definitely.
Okay. Cool.
But they're like a man band now. They've been going. I think it was their 23rd anniversary
Yeah, it
this
must be
week or
something
something
like that.
stupid.
I did. One Direction is from
2010.
yeah,
One
14
Direction was, I
years.
think. Yeah. Look how young they all look. They're like children in these pictures. Okay, cool.
My cousin was on one of those shows.
Really?
Yeah, she was on.
I think I knew that actually.
You probably did.
I
She
did.
was on the one that created Hearsay.
All right, yeah.
She got down to the last 15 or 20.
Oh, right, okay. Cool. I used to fucking love Hearsay. Noel from Hearsay was my boy. I loved him. Wonder where he is now.
I bet he wonders that himself.
Did your cousin ever make it as a pop star singer?
No,
No, she doesn't do anything like that anymore.
she does makeup. No.
Oh, okay. Two pop stars.
I don't.
Or just in general?
Genuinely, I don't know.
Okay. Next.
I did once. I'm telling all these stories. Right? Again, you will know this.
Yeah.
When I was at university, I'm
Yeah.
sure you'll know this. When I was at university, living in what had it been last year, living in a house.
Yeah.
One of my housemates used to buy the Sun every day
Right.
because we're talking about early 2000s when you bought newspapers.
Yeah.
or
When
people
newspapers
did.
were a thing.
I've
Yeah.
never bought them, but
I don't think
And,
I've ever brought one.
and he'd left it. He just left it in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll make a cup of tea or whatever. I'll look through that. Opened it up, page 3.
Obviously.
That was the first page you open.
Yeah.
There's my cousin.
Oh no. Oh, that's bad, man.
Yeah, I that went round the the group that newspaper did.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess it could be worse, but it could have been my cousin. Fucking hell. You'd need page
Anyway.
33 for that. You know people are going to try and find that picture now, don't you?
Whatever.
Circa
I've given not enough details.
2004. No, even earlier than that, probably. What's next?
Next is the some news on some updates on I think a movie that we mentioned in the sort of far off coming to Netflix preview we may have done a couple of months ago. Is news on Richard Curtis's new movie, which is coming to Netflix, and it's his first animated movie.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's a Christmas movie.
Jesus, that's like the most British thing you can imagine.
It is called That Christmas.
Okay.
And the some of the voiced talent has been announced for this. Bill Nye.
Right, okay.
Fiona Shaw.
Okay.
Jodie Whittaker.
Nice, Doctor Who.
Yes, they will all contribute to this, as will Lolly Adefope.
She's everywhere.
Catherine Parkinson.
Yeah.
Paul Kay. Gus Khan.
What a cast.
Rhys Darby.
Jeez.
It will be written by Richard Curtis, directed by Simon Otto, who directed the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy.
Got you. Okay.
There is quite the talent.
You know you've got
behind
a
this.
great voice cast when Rhys Darby's your last one on your list.
But I missed out Brian Cox as well.
Oh, the astronomy guy.
Yeah.
Brian Cox has got to be Santa, surely.
That Christmas is an adaptation of a children's book series, The Empty Stocking, Snow Day, and That Christmas. It's Curtis's first animation project.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
The tagline in this makes it look like Richard Curtis wrote the children's book. It says Jodie Whittaker will also lend a voice to the adaptation of the children's book from writer and director Richard Curtis. That sounds like he wrote the children's book. I don't think he did.
We've not got a proper synopsis other than the residents of a charming seaside town sees things turned upside down one Christmas.
Sounds very Richard Curtis.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Okay, that'd be good. I like animated Christmas films.
Also announced by Netflix is a follow-up to last year's NFL documentary series Quarterback.
Okay.
Season 2 of that will be called Receiver.
Nice.
As it will focus on a group of wide receivers in the NFL, which followed them around for the season just gone.
Yeah.
The cast, as it is, I suppose. Devontae Adams.
I heard of him.
Justin Jefferson.
And him.
George Kittle.
And him.
Deebo Samuel. And the fantastically named Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Nice. I love NFL names. None of those people have got proper names.
It premieres this summer, 8 45-minute episodes. As I say, the same team behind Quarterback. So it comes from Peyton Manning's Omaha Productions.
Sweet. Okay, cool. That'd be good. I never did watch Quarterback. I probably should watch it.
It was good. It was good.
This is a news story on Netflix's own website.
I know. Very rare.
Proper, very rare.
Gabe Spitzer, who is the Vice President of Non-Fiction Sports at Netflix.
Non-fiction sports? Yeah. That implies there's a fictional sports head.
Well, that'll be the wrestling.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, non-fiction sports. Says the natural progression is from a pass to a catch. So we're excited to dive into the receiver world after the success of our Quarterback series.
Okay. That'd be good. I don't think anybody at the WWE is going to be like being called a fictional sport. I don't think that'll go down very well if that's what happens.
So we've now... So just a bit of a recap on the lineup of sports, this type of sports document, the sort of following you round, because we haven't got access to the actual events. So you've got Quarterback, Receiver, Formula 1 Drive to Survive, which is obviously F1, Full Swing.
Yep.
NASCAR, Full Speed.
Yep.
The Tour de France Unchained. Under Pressure, the US Women's World Cup team. Six Nations Full Contact. As well as, I think we said, upcoming tennis documentary as well. So
there will 100% definitely be a wrestling one at some point.
Sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Sure there will.
I don't understand why there isn't already. Cool. Okay. Next.
Next is the news that Netflix have confirmed a premiere date for Dead Boy Detectives.
Right.
It will arrive on Netflix on April the 25th. As a reminder, Dead Boy Detectives takes place in the Sandman universe.
Got you.
And was created by Neil Gaiman and Matt Wagner. Season 1 of Dead Boy Detectives will consist of 8 episodes, and it stars George Rextrew and Jaden Reverie as the 2 detectives. The official synopsis says, meet Edwin Payne and Charles Rowland, the brains and the brawn behind the Dead Boy Detectives Agency. Teenagers born decades apart who find each other only in death. Edwin and Charles are best friends and ghosts who solve mysteries. They will do anything to stick together, including escaping evil witches, hell, and death herself.
Herself. Nice.
Mm.
That sounds good. I'm up for that.
This was originally ordered to series at Max in 2022 before Netflix nabbed it instead.
Stole it.
So, there you go.
Excellent. There's a photo there as well, which is quite cool.
Everyone looks very alive.
I don't know. He's a bit pale. It's like he's seen better days. Next.
Lots of news, counter news, denials.
Yeah, I've seen
this week about the next James Bond.
Yep.
With, again, many in inverted commas sources suggesting earlier this week that Aaron Taylor Johnson had signed on the dotted line.
Yeah, I heard this rumour.
For this. The man himself has addressed the rumours just a couple of days later, in the last couple of days, when he was talking to Rolling Stone. Now, I wouldn't exactly say this is a denial.
Okay.
He says, when he was asked about if a deal was done for him to take the tuxedo, he said, I can only really talk about the things I'm going to show and tell. So, The Fall Guy, Nosferatu, and Craven the Hunter. I don't feel like I need to have a future drawn out for me. I feel like whatever's drawn out for me, I can fucking do better.
Wow.
It's not a no.
It's not a no. It is not a no. Do you think he'd be good at it? He's got the look, hasn't he?
I think so. Yeah.
Imagine he scrubs up quite well in a tux.
I feel like, I don't know, it's because Daniel Craig's he's been in the role for a long time, and there's been a couple of occasions, hasn't there, where we've had the Willy won't he do another film. But I still feel like I'm seeing the same names I've seen for years, like Idris Elba, Tom Hardy. I feel like that's gone.
Yeah.
So if it's not Aaron Taylor Johnson, I feel that is the sort of right approach.
Yeah, the generation that we should be looking at is this newer generation of actors coming through.
I think it should be a woman, personally.
Yeah, I
just
agree.
to really
boil
the right people's piss.
I agree.
But yeah, I don't think that would be a bad bit of casting.
Same. I agree. I think it'd be good.
I did see an article, a sort of odds on the next Bond.
Yeah.
Betting odds. And one of the outsiders was George Lazenby.
Yeah.
84, going back into a fitness regime.
That'd be amazing. That would be amazing. I'd love that.
Why not?
Why not,
I'd be here for it. News this week that the production company Seesaw Films, who are the company behind The King's Speech from way back in the day,
from years ago,
and Slow Horses, have nabbed the rights for a new adaptation of The Never-Ending Story.
Okay.
If you remember that one from the 80s.
Yeah.
1984. Oh, earlier than I thought.
40 years ago.
Yeah.
Cool, okay.
Apparently, according to Empire magazine, the production team have been considering this for years and are currently working with the original author's estate to develop a new franchise. Seesaw's Ian Canning says, the story is both timely and timeless. Well, it never ends.
Yeah. It's the
And
never-ending story.
really has the opportunity to be told in a fresh way. Part of the specialness of the book is that you can go back to it at different ages in your life and find different levels of meaning. We believe that every generation deserves their own journey into Fantastica.
Okay, cool. I don't know a lot about the never-ending story. I would have watched it as a child, but I don't. It's not been in my zeitgeist since.
I remember watching it a fair bit.
I couldn't tell you what it's about or anything like
It's a
that.
bit when that horse dies.
Yeah.
It's got that banging theme tune.
Sweet. Next.
Talking of movie adaptations, is the news that a team has been put together to start work on a live action version of Teen Titans.
Oh, okay.
With, again, one of the DC properties.
DC seem to be just throwing everything at the wall, don't they?
Anna Noguera, who is currently at work writing the script for Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, has signed up to write the screenplay for Teen Titans.
Okay.
Once she has finished that. And presumably this fits into James Gunn's
I would imagine
stable
so.
of DC properties.
Yeah, it's got it, hasn't it?
But yeah, literally there is no other news other than this. This is
happening.
This is happening.
Cool.
I think.
Is it like teenage superheroes?
Yeah, because this. I know we've talked a lot about superhero fatigue and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it does feel like the sort of big budget, younger superhero team up is an untapped.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
You know, there's lots of rumors that Marvel was trying to do like Young Avengers and stuff, but that's never happened, and people are getting older.
Yeah, it's true.
Maybe there's a gap. Maybe
there is a gap. People don't trust teenagers with films, though, do they? That's the problem. That's why all teenagers are played by adults in films.
Giancarlo Esposito, one of the busiest men in Hollywood.
Yep, never stops.
Did a Q&A last week for British GQ.
Right.
He's a stylish guy.
He is, yeah, definitely.
I'd have him in my fashion magazine.
Agreed, me too. Looks great in a suit.
And during that chat, he said he had a great idea for a Gustavo Fring prequel show.
Okay.
Now,
don't we know Gustavo Fring's entire backstory?
I would say this is not really a piece of news. This is just Giancarlo Esposito saying, well, if I was allowed to, I think we should make this whole TV show about this character that I played for years and years. But he said he had an idea for a spin-off.
Okay.
And what he took Gustavo Fring's backstory to be in his early days.
Okay.
I mean, but then he's kind of doing himself out of a job because he's far too old to play a young Gustavo Fring. But he said he believes Gus was a military guy who worked his way up through the ranks while he lived in Chile and would have been on his way to becoming the country's president or dictator. But he wanted to do something that could not be controlled with others. He wanted by others. He wanted to control his own destiny. So he took off to create a new life for himself in America and became a meth dealer. It's the American dream.
Okay. I like it.
I just love it that just like I want more chats with actors like this.
Yeah.
Just going, that character I played got a great idea. Keep me in another job for 10 years.
Yeah. I don't
think we need to go back to look, as amazing as Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul are, do we need to go back to that universe?
I don't think we do. I think that story is told and told perfectly and beautifully. However, I do think we maybe will go back there at some point. There's so many rich characters in that universe.
Yeah.
It feels like it won't be left alone forever.
I would not be surprised if you are correct.
No. However, I don't know if it'll be the Gustavo Fring origin story. Because I feel like Better Call Saul was that.
It was that To an extent,
Yeah.
yeah. He wants to go even further
Further
back,
back.
with an even younger. Isn't that what we've got, like Narcos and
Yeah.
the Sofia
Yeah, the Vargo series.
Sofia Vergara one from a few weeks ago?
Drugs big money though, man.
Sure.
Everybody loves drugs. Next.
At Margot Robbie's production company, Lucky Chap Entertainment,
Okay.
has confirmed that they are working on bringing to life a adaptation of the Sims video game.
Okay. If Margot Robbie is going to just get into just bringing up batshit projects and making them real, I'm on board. How do you make a Sims video game story?
I don't know. I do not know. But they have appointed Kate Herron to work on the screenplay, and she would be most known for her work writing for Loki,
Okay, right, yeah.
the TV show, series 1 and 2. Again, this is very early days, but yeah, this is happening. This is starting work. We will see. Will it make it through production? Will it make it to an actual movie? This doesn't happen if Barbie didn't.
No,
happen.
100% not.
But you could do anything.
You have no issue
couldn't
with it. Yeah,
you could do anything.
Literally anything. I think you have a Sims world where the Sims realise they're in a Sim.
Yeah.
That's the only way I think you can do it. The Sims become sentient and they realise that they're being simulated in their world.
Controlled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that would work. That could be quite fun.
Sure.
They'd have to all speak Singlish as well, which is really funny. I don't know if that's what it's called. I think it's what it's called.
I feel like I've heard that before.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you've just made that up.
I didn't, but it's definitely got a name, and I think it's something along those lines.
Last piece of news for this week
Okay.
is that we previously knew that Ryan Coogler had a release date for his next movie.
Right.
But we know nothing about the movie.
So he's just got to. We know he's bringing a movie out on this particular day.
Event film.
An event film.
In inverted commas, is set for release on March the 7th, 2025.
Right.
Not even that far away.
No.
So yeah. We have heard this week a few more details about it. And one of those is that his frequent collaborator, Michael B. Jordan, is on board for this movie.
Right. For this event movie.
Indeed. And Puck reports that Jordan will star in this movie as not one, but two blood-sucking vampires.
Okay, twin vampires.
It will be a vampire movie.
Right.
And Puck also says that they have learnt it will be set in the American South sometime in the 1930s.
Oh, right, okay. That does sound like an event.
Indeed. It is also is about to start filming and will apparently be released in IMAX.
Oh.
So, yeah.
What's an event movie, please?
It's one of those ones where you have to go and see it. It's the law.
Okay. Fine.
It's not like an independent thing,
movies.
is it? It's like a...
Like an epic.
Yeah.
They used to be called epics. Now they're called event movies.
Fine.
Okay. I'm on for a vampire movie. And I like Michael B. Jordan. Why not? Let's do it. Have you got any more news?
That is all the news this week.
Have you watched anything at the top of the stream?
I've watched quite a bit this week.
Okay, cool. I've watched a few things as well.
So I will briefly... This isn't on my list.
Okay.
But I will briefly touch on the facts. Just because I do want to watch the sequel because everyone's banging on about it. I finally watched Dune Part 1.
Okay, right.
However many years behind.
Yeah.
I knew I'd like it.
I knew you'd like it.
I really liked it.
I'm glad you liked it.
Enough said.
Yeah, end of. I'm not going to get into Dune again. I mean, everybody knows my opinion on it. But I have no issue with other people liking it. I get it. I thought it was really boring.
So I watched a couple of other movies. So I, on Amazon Prime, have watched Ricky Stenicki.
That's John Cena's new movie.
It's John Cena and Zac Efron's new R-rated comedy.
Any good?
It's all right.
Right.
Yeah. I would say go as far as saying it's good. It raised a few smiles. it's much better than the last John Cena movie I watched on Amazon, which was Freelance, which was the action movie with Alison Brie, where he was like her bodyguard. That was just boring. John Cena's having a lot of fun in this movie. He gets to just go wild.
Awesome.
He plays a Las Vegas singer, who only sings songs about masturbation.
Obviously.
And he is hired by a group of bros to play their best friend, because they have used this imaginary best friend over the years to get out of various family things and go on lads' weekends and stuff like that. But they actually need him to turn up to an event, so they hire him to do this.
Right. And the hilarity ensues.
Exactly.
Got you.
And it's fine. It's fine. John Cena's having a much more fun time than anyone else.
He's enjoying himself. John Cena's a goofball, and people don't realise it, I don't think.
Sure.
But he is.
It's good because there's a lot of years of seeing him straight-laced.
Yeah. He's just let off the leash a little bit now, isn't he?
Yeah.
You've got to be a goofball to come out naked at the Oscars. It's got to be.
I suppose so. And the other movie I've watched, which was we all watched it actually, was one of Netflix's big new recent releases, which was Damsel.
Oh yeah, with Old Stranger Things.
Yeah, with Old Stranger Things versus a dragon. Again, it's fine. I
don't fancy it at all.
It just about held my attention.
Okay.
I would say it's the first half an hour or so felt like a slog.
Yeah.
Once she gets chucked into the dragon pit, it's a lot more interesting. I didn't think the dragon was great though.
Oh really?
In terms of
CGI wise?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How come?
I just didn't really like the design. I didn't think it was. I think this movie is trying to tread the line of maximizing its audience, but also being a little bit scary. Do you know what I mean? And it kind of just fell in the cracks a bit for me.
Got ya. Kids like it?
My youngest wasn't bothered. She didn't last. My eldest watched it all the way through.
But hasn't become obsessed with it.
No.
Right.
But Millie Bobby Brown's good in it. She's a pretty good action heroine.
Is she?
She is in this.
Okay.
It's fine.
Fine. Okay.
It's fine. It's not going to pull up any trees.
No. It does. It's not for me. I don't think. I don't fancy it at all.
And then just finished last night actually. So watched this week. There's only 8 episodes. Season 2 of Reacher on Amazon.
Right. Okay.
It's so fun. Just violent.
I've never seen it. I've never watched any of Reacher.
You would like it.
Really?
I don't think I've said this before, but I just think Alan Richardson is perfect. Absolutely perfect casting.
I'll add it to my list. I'll give it a go. That's on Amazon as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And it's gory, it's violent, it's stupid. I really enjoyed it.
Cool. Okay. Good.
How about you? What have you watched?
I remembered last week that you mentioned that you'd watched Extraordinary.
Yes.
Or some of Extraordinary Season 2.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'll start that.
Yes.
So I logged into Disney Plus. Turns out I didn't watch the last episode of the last season.
Oh, really?
I have no idea why. And so I was like...
I remember you telling me how good it was.
So I was like, that's weird. You can see you've watched episodes and that one just had nothing on it. I was like, I must have. That must be wrong. So I put it on. And I hadn't. I had not seen that episode. So I watched the last episode of the first season of Extraordinary. I haven't watched any more of it yet. But yeah, I was like...
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did. But so I really enjoyed that show. I have no idea why I never watched the finale.
How strange.
Did it come out weekly?
I
don't think
couldn't
it did, because Disney Plus don't really do that.
I couldn't tell you if it
This
did.
new series hasn't.
No, this series
this
hasn't.
would make me think that the first series... So I don't understand why, but I never watched the finale of that first season. But now I have, and I've not got to season 2 yet. I also watched The Holdovers at the weekend.
Okay.
That was the Paul Giamatti and
Yes.
Divine Joy Randolph. Is that her name? I really enjoyed that movie.
Okay.
It's a really good movie. She definitely deserved that Oscar.
I've got to say, just before you carry on, so I've noticed this afternoon that Disney, here in the UK, Disney Plus have put, what's the Paul
All of Us Strangers.
Yeah, All of Us Are Strangers is now on Disney Plus.
It is, yeah.
Their turnaround for this season's Oscar movies has been very fast.
Yeah, it makes sense as well. If you've got Oscar movies and they're sitting on them and they're not doing anything, put them on.
Yeah.
People, the Oscars gives you buzz, doesn't it? People want to see what all the fuss is about.
Yeah.
Which is why I watched the holdovers, and I absolutely thoroughly loved it. I thought it was great. I thought all three of the main guys in that film. I don't know the young lad's name. I apologise, but Paul Giamatti and Divine Joy Randolph are brilliant.
Nice.
Any other year, I think Paul Giamatti might have got the Oscar for that.
Okay.
But it was Oppenheimer was just such a juggernaut.
Yeah.
Even if it didn't deserve to win all those awards, which is debatable.
I haven't seen
objectively, maybe
Oppenheimer,
not.
but objectively, do you think Giamatti was better than Cillian Murphy?
I think I do.
Yeah.
But then I also think there's people in American fiction that are better than Cillian Murphy was in that.
Yeah.
I think both of the guys in American All of Us Strangers are better than he was in that.
Yeah.
And the same with Robert Downey Jr. I don't think that Oscar's deserved. I think that came because Nolan needed his Oscar moment, and so they just threw all of them at it.
Yeah.
Personally.
And that happens too much.
Not taking anything away from Oppenheimer as a film. It's a good film.
And I don't think...
I think if anybody else had made it, it wouldn't have been as Oscar-worthy as it was.
But this tends to happen at the Oscars especially, doesn't it? Where those three line up, as in...
Yeah.
A couple of the acting ones... Actor or actress, director and best movie tend to line up together. Don't they?
Yeah.
Which feels like a bit of a lazy vote, but there you go.
I agree. I also watched... I think we mentioned this on the show last week when we were going through the top 10. The programme called Cons, Cults and Kidnapping.
Yes, we noticed it.
It's a true crime. Well, it's not even a true crime. It's a documentary about the Americans... Well, it's not even Americans. Worldwide troubled teen schooling programs.
Mm-hmm.
So you send your kids away to these schools and they just get bullied into being good. And it's fucking... The fact that it exists is diabolical, and it's crazy. The stories are crazy. These people break into your house in the middle of the night, kidnap your kids with your full permission. The kids have no idea it's coming. Take them away to these schools and keep them there for 2, 3, 4 years. And they're not allowed to talk to each other. They're not even allowed to look out of a window. And they get beat up every day, and they just get scared straight, basically. And this filmmaker, this girl, went through this. So the woman who's making this documentary had been in it.
Yeah.
And she gathered a few of her friends that she's met since via the internet and stuff. This was like 2004 or 5 when she was going for it. And she's gone back to this building. This building's been abandoned now.
Yeah.
But they've left everything there. So they're probably like in their 30s now, but these group of kids go back to this school and they find everything still there. All the paperwork. So what they find basically is a shit ton of evidence. And then they make it their mission to like bring these people to justice if they can, but they can't. And it's like it goes to such a level that they just hit brick walls, even though they've got all this evidence. But it goes right to the top, like right to the top. And then when she started making the documentary, she finds out she thought it was just this one school.
Yeah.
But then she finds this whole network of other schools in the US, and then that branches out to whole networks all over the world of this thing happening. It's really interesting. I think it's 3 episodes, about an hour each.
Yeah. But
it's really interesting. You just do not realise what these kids have put through. It's terrifying.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is. Really good. It's called the programme Cons, Cults and Kidnapping. Yeah, check it out. It's good. I enjoyed that. I think that's it though. I think that's all I've watched this week.
Okay.
Have we got anything else to do? I don't think we have we? Shall we just run through the top 10?
Let's do it.
Let's run through the top 10 in the UK. How long have we been recording for? This about right. So, top 10 films in the UK currently on Netflix are at number 10, Despicable Me 3. There's always a minion in the top 10 these
Always.
days.
It'll be a half term next couple of weeks, so that'll be right back up there.
It's also been in there for 6 weeks already. Downton Abbey, A New Era.
The Next Generation, yeah.
What is that?
It's Downton Abbey 2.
Oh, is it? So
Downton Harder.
Okay.
I think. I think it's been announced this week they're doing a third one, like a trilogy of.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen Downton Abbey.
So it's not is it the original cast of Downton Abbey?
I think so.
I think they're just movies now rather than TV shows.
I believe so.
Okay, I'll get you. And number 8 is Angry Birds 2, the movie.
Nice.
Again, like you say, it's half term. Number 7 is Firestarter.
I think I might watch this.
Don't watch this.
But I know, but that makes me want to watch it more.
Okay.
This is Zac Efron, isn't it?
It's Zac Efron's attempt at a Stephen King movie. Yeah.
A fantastic book.
Yeah, really good book.
And it's been 2 movies.
They're both
Neither are good.
No.
Well, I've not seen this version, but...
No, they're not. I don't know why, because it's not even a difficult book to adapt, I don't think.
I wouldn't have said so.
I didn't like this movie at all. Not at all. Number 6 is The Matrix Resurrections.
I've never seen this.
Have you not?
So, no,
is this the newest one?
Yeah.
I haven't either.
Yeah. Okay, fine. You said it like
I know, yeah, like you were the wrong one and I've never seen it either.
So this is the one from a couple of years ago.
Yes,
so,
yes, it
So Sunday,
I might watch this.
so I was on my own on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's when I watched Dune.
Right.
So I was like, I know I'm going to be on my own. I've got a load of like boring house things to do. I'm going to put a movie on. And I was like, do I watch that or this? The Matrix Resurrections. And that's the one I went for. And for some reason, maybe it's because Dune is everywhere. I watched that and saw it's 2.5 hours long and thought, yeah, fine, I'm up for it. I looked at this and saw it was 2.5 hours long and thought, that's too long for a Matrix movie.
All the Matrix movies that long.
I don't know. It's been years since I've seen them. But I think I will watch it at some point.
Yeah, I think I probably will. I didn't realise it was on Netflix, to be honest. Has it just appeared?
I believe so, yeah.
Cool. First week in the charts, so yeah, probably. Number 5 is Dune. So more people, you were on the right side of this. More people chose Dune than they did The Matrix as well. Number 4 is Villain.
Fine.
Any ideas?
No, it looks
very Netflix and action-y.
generic. Actually.
Third week in the charts, to be fair. Number 3 is Ford v Ferrari. First week on the charts. I think that's just appeared on Netflix as well. That's Christian Bale.
That was a best Oscar. Best film nominee.
Oh, it was, yeah.
In that, whatever year it came out.
It's not called that in the States, is it? It's called something else.
Is it?
Yeah. It's got a different name in the States.
Fast car versus
Fast car
other
versus
fast car.
other fast car. Yeah, I think that's what it's
Red
called.
versus blue.
Number 2 is Irish Wish.
Okay.
Stop saying that when you're drunk.
This is Lindsay Lohan's new rom-com.
Okay. First week in the charts. And currently number 1 is Damsel.
Okay.
I'm just going to flick to the United States to see if that movie's in the charts over there. See if it has got a different name. It hasn't. Either it hasn't or it's not in the charts. I've got that out.
Should we do the top 10?
Want to do the top 10 in the States?
I think that we should occasionally just do a random country.
I can do a random country if you want. We don't have to do the States.
Go on then. Top 10 movies in... I'll just say stop.
Just
stop.
Malaysia.
Fine.
Top 10 movies in Malaysia currently. Number 10, Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Lovely.
Number 9,
12
fail. Hashtag restart.
I believe that's a Malaysian movie.
Number 8 is Kalutus Ill Bliss.
I love that we're doing this. Just so you can read these.
Number 7 is Unworshipping Kandat Fum. What's one of the most awful movie posters I've ever seen.
I've heard it's great.
Have you?
Yeah.
Number 6 is Police Evo 3.
Yeah, that looks like an angry police action movie.
It does. They look angry at each other, those two.
I want to watch that one just on the poster alone.
Number 5 is Black Adam.
Okay.
I know that one. Number 4 is Didi and Friends, the movie. It's like an animated chicken with a really scary, omnipresent tiger above him. Number 3 is Mekamato movie.
Yeah, that's like a movie. Power Ranger-y kid.
Looks like it. Number 2 is Safe.
So Jason Statham.
Jason Statham. Number 1 is Damsel.
Oh, lovely.
Gotta love it. Should we do TV shows but in the UK?
Yeah, fine.
Well, we'll do TV shows in the UK, then we'll pick another random country and do TV shows there. Why not? Number 10 is Avatar: The Last Airbender. Is at number 10, still in the charts. Number 9, as always, Friday Night Dinner Season 6.
Holding steady, that
It
is.
is. Number 8 is Grey. Any idea what Grey is?
No. Looks political.
Does look political.
Washington's in the background.
First week in the charts. Number 7 is Love is Blind Season 6. Number 6 is Hot Wheels Let's Race. Again, half term. Number 5 is The Signal. Don't know what that is. I think it's spacey. I think there's aliens in it and stuff.
I mean, the poster just reminds me of Signs.
I feel like
the man in a cornfield.
I feel like I read the synopsis of this a while back. Number 4 is One Day. Number 3 is the program Cons, Courts and Kidnappings, like I mentioned earlier. Number 2 is Fat Friends.
What? From the show from the early 2000s.
Yeah, James Corden, not James Norton. James Corden and his fat female friends. Number 1 is The Gentleman, which everybody at work keeps telling me to watch.
So, and me,
can't motivate myself to do it.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but I can't motivate myself to watch it.
I'm sure I will. I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure it is.
I'm also pretty confident Reach is better than The General.
Okay, fair. Right, tell me to stop again.
Stop.
Austria. Top 10 TV in Austria is Hot Wheels Let's Race is at number 10. Number 9 is Monk, season 1. Number 8 is Super Sex,
Oh, wow.
season 1. Saucy Austrians. Number 7 is Furies, or Furries. Number 6 is Der Elemente, which is Avatar The Last Airbender. Number 5 is The Young Royals. That's like another sexy TV show, isn't it? Number 4 is Banditos, season 1.
Excellent.
Why are we not getting Banditos? That looks really
It
good.
does, doesn't it?
He's got like the Jim Carrey mask on.
I know. And then the guy next to him looks like Taika Waititi.
Actually really does. Number 3 is Resident Alien, season 1. Any ideas?
It's a man who's also an alien, and he's got to blend in.
Cool. Okay. Oh, this is a great game. Number 2 is Das Signal.
Yep.
And number 1 is Das Gentleman.
Good.
Excellent.
I've enjoyed that.
I enjoyed that. We'll do that more often. That was fun. We're nothing if we're not worldwide in this podcast.
Exactly.
I forgot to do something at the beginning.
What's that?
I've got you a present.
Oh, brilliant.
So we'll do it at the end.
Fantastic.
Want a present?
Yeah, I'd love a present. Oh, amazing.
How cool is that?
I got a bottom of the stream logo keyring.
Yeah.
Handmade by your good self.
By my little machine next to me. Yeah, my 3D printer's made a bottom of the stream keyring.
Amazing.
If you're a Patreon, I'm going to make them all for you. I brought some different red vinyl, especially.
Oh, you people are in for a treat.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah. Good. They'll be winging their way to the Patreons.
They will, very soon.
Good.
I'm going to start just printing shit and making merch that we can sell rather than doing from the website. It's good,
Love
isn't
it? Love it. Yeah.
I designed it myself and everything.
Add that to my keys.
Cool.
But not now because they'll make a lot of noise.
Yeah, don't do that while we were recording. What are we watching on the movie show this week, Nick?
This week, come back to this very feed as we travel back to 2000 well, the movie was made in 2002, but it's set in the future.
Yes.
2003. Because some knobhead has chosen this movie.
Some
as
knobhead
their
played his
wildcard
wild card
choice.
and chose this movie.
That would be me.
Yes, it
I
was.
can't wait to talk about this
Oh boy.
British sci-fi movie.
Comedy, horror, action. There's all sorts going on in this movie. It is going to be epic.
Yeah.
What an episode this is going to be. I can't wait to talk about it.
Also, just as a tease,
Yeah.
I know we have done a couple of editions of Fax Machine
Yes.
in the Wave.
Yeah.
I might be sneaking a little Fax Machine edition into our movie show.
Oh,
this
wow.
week.
Okay. Unheard of.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if that doesn't give you a reason to watch the movie show, then
I don't think we've said
I
what
don't
the
know what
movie.
does.
I
Oh,
don't
no,
think
we
we've even
haven't.
said what the movie was called. It's called Mad Dogs.
Mad Dogs. It stars Denzel from Only Fools and Horses.
You can find it. Definitely on Netflix,
It's on Netflix.
in the UK.
You can find it on Netflix. You cannot find it anywhere else. There is no internet presence, and it doesn't even have a trailer. This movie.
Oh yes,
we spent ages looking for a trailer
Yeah,
this week,
it doesn't
and there
exist.
is not one. There is. I tried again after you'd gone. There is no trailer on anywhere.
This is bottom
This
of
is
the stream.
As bottom of the stream as it comes. I can't wait to talk to you about this movie. So we're going to finish the wave here, and we'll go away and record the movie show. So come back on Thursday.
Cheers.
Goodbye.